What are the top 10 ways to know that your thyroid is struggling? Number one, the most obvious one, is a series. I'm going to name a few diagnoses here. These are directly impacting your thyroid. They are an indication that your thyroid is struggling in one manner or another. So hypothyroid, hypothyroiditis, underactive thyroid, Hashimoto's is the autoimmune version. Second is Graves', which is the autoimmune version of an overactive thyroid, but that also counts overactive thyroid. Hyperthyroiditis or hyperthyroid as well. And third, if you've got goiters, which are big growths on your neck, on your thyroid in particular, or taking any kind of medications for any of these conditions. So Synthroid, levothyroxine, desiccated thyroid. These are all a check mark for you if you've said yes to any of these. That's number one. Number two, cold hands and feet. Persistent all the time. Yeah. Number three, low energy or fatigue. Do you feel like you've got the slump at 1:30, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and you just can't get through things, or you're falling asleep at the dinner table, even though you had a full night's sleep the night before? Is there deep fatigue? Is your energy really low where you can't even go for a walk around the block? Okay. Number four, brain fog. Brain fog to me is, there's a couple of different potential systems involved in brain fog, but the capacity of cognitively coming up with the ideas and the solutions and the answers to the questions or the words you're looking for, or understanding and grasping that concept, that is a metabolic act. And your thyroid is in charge of your entire metabolism. So anywhere you are expending energy to do something is a metabolic act, and utilizing your cognitive brain, the cognitive side of your brain, to figure things out. When it feels like you're going through a fog or it's really hard to move through that, that can very much potentially have a thyroid issue at the root. So do you struggle with brain fog? You will get good benefit in the network. Number five, do you feel like your stamina is waning? Do you feel like your vitality is kind of, oh, I used to be able to do so many things. Why do I? Yeah, if your stamina is waning, if you feel stress keenly as well, I would dare say that is tied to the same kind of mechanism. That's number five. Number six, have you been constipated perpetually for years? Have you had slow motility? Do you need to rely on a fiber supplement? And it won't work unless you do that. Do you struggle to go to the loo unless you're taking magnesium in some form? Do you struggle going to the loo without taking Senecot or stool softeners of any kind? If constipation has been one of the patterns, that is one of the indicators that there is metabolism that isn't working well in the gut and could be leading back to the thyroid very often. I see that so often in clients. Number seven, not only the cognitive piece in your brain, but the mood piece. Balancing mood is an energetic output kind of activity. So it is sponsored by the thyroid. Your thyroid governs your mood so much. And so often when there are struggles of mood, and if there's constipation issues as well, I start to wonder how your thyroid's doing. Number eight, bone density issues. We just wrapped up 2 months of talking about this in the network. Anybody with osteoporosis or osteopenia, these are very clear indicators and potential markers that the thyroid is struggling. Why? Well, the thyroid produces a hormone called calcitonin. Calcitonin is needed to regulate calcium metabolism, getting calcium into your bones. And if calcitonin isn't working well, now you have a hard time maintaining bone density. Now, calcitonin is a thyroid hormone. So bone density issues can be an indicator of thyroid troubles going on. Number nine, cholesterol levels are off. Oh, whoa. Yeah. High elevated blood cholesterol levels are an indication of thyroid issues. We address it in the network. We also talk about methods to work with that and what it means for you in particular. That's number nine. Number 10, keloids or scars that heal big. So this was one of my telltale signs. I have had surgeries from accidents. I've had many accidents over my life. Okay, like 3 major ones. And every time there has been a surgery, there's a scar, and the scar tissue that builds is full of keloids. Like it just bubbles up, and it was quite bulbous. And these things as well, these fatty deposits that little children used to think I was a witch, they weren't wrong. Those are indications of one of the processes that the thyroid is involved in that is not working well, and these have the potential of developing. So, do you have keloids or scars that heal big? Those are the top 10. How many of those have you said yes to? If you say yes to at least one, honey, you are going to benefit from being in the Good Food Network. If you said yes to more than one, oh, sugar, what are you waiting for? We need you in the network, because in the network, we're going to start going through actionable steps based on understanding what is the biochemistry that's going on that's not working well, what is the body asking, and how can we support her to do what it is she's asking us to help with. Yeah, you're not broken. It's that your body's trying hard to make up for something that's not necessarily working as well. What does it take to help that system rev up and function a little bit better?